Hi, my name is Julie Edwards, and this is the second in a series of videos to help you to make your assignments or reports on Word. In the last video, we set up the cover page and footers, headers, and page numbers, and we're now going to continue to build on the previous document. So the topics for this session include using headings and subheadings. And in doing so, we'll be able to create an auto table of contents. And believe me, using the auto tools to create the table of contents will save you so much time and make your document look very professional. But before we start, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon to ensure that you receive notifications that a new video has been added to my channel. Thank you. Here we have the document that we produced the previous session, and what we're going to do today is just add to this. So let's have a look. Now we're going to create on this page, this is our new page 1, and we're going to add our auto table of contents. The first thing we're going to do is have a look at where to do it. So we go to references and we can see table of contents. I'm going to click. Okay, it's just telling us that we need to start applying a heading style from the styles gallery to the selected text. So we'll click OK. In APC, sometimes it says warning, and it just draws your attention to the fact that you haven't actually added any content to this. So at the moment, it's got table of contents, no table of content entries found. That's fine, that's what we want. Now we're going to go on to our new second page. And to do that, we insert, we do page break, and we're now here. Now the way we're going to do this, I'm going to do this using cats and dogs as our topics, and we've got some subheadings that we're going to add. The first thing I want to do is add introduction as a heading. Now what a lot of people do with their table of contents is they build it manually. This way is so much quicker, and once you get into the habit, it's actually easier. Now you can leave your cursor at the end of the word introduction, go back to home, and then over here you'll see it's set on normal. Okay, what we're going to do is click heading 1, and what that does is it changes this into a heading. And just so you can see, we'll have a look. We'll click table of contents, where the little arrow is, click update table, and it does it for you. Now that's going to save you a lot of time than having to keep going back and then down, check what page something is on. This will do it for you, nice and simply. Now we're going to type something in. I'm just going to copy some work that some sentences that I prepared earlier, just to save the time from you watching me type. We've got many people love to have animals as part of their family. Some of the most popular pets are cats and dogs. This report presents a few cats and dogs that belong to friends and family. Okay, the next heading that I want is dogs. I'm going to put that in, and again I'm going to make that a heading 1. You can either highlight and click, or you can just place the cursor next to it. It will do the same thing. When we tab down or return, you'll see it defaults to normal. Again, I'm going to just cut and paste some words that I wrote earlier. Okay, we've got the German Shepherd is a beautiful dog, and they are often seen accompanying police and military personnel. Okay, one of my favorite dogs was a German Shepherd. So here we are. Now, with our dogs, if I wanted, rather than write that's a main heading, what I want to do is I'm going to create a subheading called German Shepherds. So I'm going to type German Shepherd, and we're going to highlight that or put the cursor, we'll do it with just the cursor, and this time I want it to be a subheading, so we click heading 2. Okay, I'll do the same with another dog, Labrador. Cursors at the end, click heading 2, so it's a subheading. Tab down, some more words in. Okay. What's a capital for that, so I'll just make it capital. So Labrador is another favourite, although there's said to be a lot of work as puppies. Okay, and let's do one more. Poodles, my neighbour's dog. Cursors at the end, go to heading 2 and tab down. Once again, I'm just going to add a sentence so that we've got some work to add in, and tab down. Okay, let's go back now and have a look at our table of contents. So we click, you'll see the little arrow, drop down, update table, and this time I want you to update entire table. The reason for updating the entire table is that if you made a spelling mistake in one of the headings, it will fix that up as well. If you only update page numbers, it won't do that. Also, if I only say update page numbers, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't pick up that you've added extra headings. So we want to update table and just get into the habit of update entire table. And now you can see we have headings and subheadings. And do one more. We're going to do this one with cats. And let's have a look. I'll make that a main heading. Heading 1. I'll put a paragraph of information in underneath. Again, I've written that before, so just put that. And then I'm going to put some subheadings. I'll start with a Burmese. Oops, just fix that spelling up. So space, Burmese. Again, cursor next to it, heading 2. And we're going to just copy some info in. So you can just type a couple of sentences. If you do type, oh, look at that. What it did was, because I'd actually had the cursor in the wrong place, so just corrected, normal. Okay. If, for instance, you did this, I'll just put it back, and you had it as heading 2, and then you went back to your table of contents, I'll show you what can happen. Use the blue drop box, update table, update entire table, click OK. Sometimes this happens and people start to panic and think they've made a major error, but all it means is that somehow you highlighted a paragraph or a sentence and set the headings as the heading rather than just normal. It's an easy fix. All you need to do is highlight the section that's incorrect, move it back to normal, and it's fixed. And we'll have a look at the table of contents. Click, drop down arrow, update table, update entire table, click OK, and it's fine again. So let's just put another couple of animals in here. So we've got the Siamese. Again, cursor, heading 2, go down, it's gone to normal, so that's fine. I'm going to just copy that in, a little bit of information. Down, and we will have the tabby cat, which is the boss of our house at the moment. The tabby. Heading 2, I've highlighted it, but you could have put the cursor there, it doesn't matter. It's gone back to normal, that's fine. And we'll add some text. Okay, and then we're going to update. So wait for the little drop down arrow, update table, update entire table, OK. So you can see that your table of contents is now easily put in, and it makes it such a time saver than trying to sit here and go write the heading dot 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 and actually manually put the dots in and then the number 2 and so on, because then you sometimes these don't line up very well either if you do it manually. The other thing is that whenever you make a change, you've got to keep going back and 2 for your page numbers. So let's just spread this out a little bit more. I'm going to move this onto the next page. Again, to move it, I don't tab down. Now this is why I'll say don't tab down. If we just tab down, I tab to get to the next page. We keep tabbing. eventually it's going to end up on the next page. It's fine. Okay, just delete to there. Now imagine I space this out a little bit. Whoops, I went too far. Pull that back. Sorry about that. Go back. Okay. Let's go back to the top of that next page. Okay. Oh, it doesn't seem to want to do that at all. For some reason. Probably because I put an insert page break. If I don't do this, so if I just keep tabbing and put down to the next page, what can happen is, one, it doesn't sit where I want it. But as I add more information here, so if I move poodles down 1 and Labrador down 1, okay, and I added more font, what happens is this will start to move down because I didn't do it correctly. So it just keeps pushing it down. When I do insert page break, see how it's pushed it down? Okay, then what I have to do, and you've probably all done it sometimes, I know I did, you have to go back and correct it and reposition it. However, if you do it this way, let's go back, get back to where it was. I could have done undone, but anyway. Okay, if I do this, and I place my cursor before, and I insert a page break, okay, it's now at the top of the page. Let's push this all the way down. Now going the old way, this would have moved. Because I did it this way, this will always stay at the top of the page. So use the insert page break. Okay. Now, when you do this, keep in mind that when you finish, and say you're using this title, you can save it, but you can save as version 2 if you wanted to. And you can then just go in and you can just write V2 so that you know that that's the next version when you're looking for it, and then click save. Again, I didn't put it on my desktop. Okay, it's still clean. Okay, so our documents so far, let's have a look at it. We have a front cover, we have headers, we have an auto table of contents, okay, which I didn't update, so let's just update because it's still same page 2. It's another thing to do when you save, always update the table. Update the table, update entire table, click OK, and then I'm just going to save that again so that it saves my version 2 correctly. It now says 2 and 3, which is correct. Okay, go down for page 1, and everything is sitting the way it should. We have our main headings, normal, main heading, subheadings. We've spaced it. We've used an insert a page break to go on to the next page. We have our next main heading, and we have our subheading. Here, the spacing has gone out, so I've fixed that. It's always a good idea to double check anything that you do as you go back, okay? All right, so that's that for today. Don't forget to save, make it a version 2, and do try and put some font, not font, some text in so that you can see what it looks like. Thank you for joining me. It's now time for you to practice what you've been learning in this lesson. And remember, practice makes perfect, so keep on practicing. And don't forget, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And that way, if you click the bell, you'll ensure that you're notified as soon as I add another video to the channel. Thanks a lot and have a great day.